So it looks like Sharina Hudson is tired of getting clowned on social media for stealing Wendy Williams' husband. She has finally shared her side of the story and revealed some secrets that we have never heard. So why has Wendy been trying so hard to ruin Kevin's life instead of just moving on? And has Wendy secretly been the villain in the story the entire time? When Sharina Hudson first started dating the married Kevin Hunter, she probably thought that she had hit the jackpot and never had to worry about money again. After all, Kevin was married to Wendy Williams. He had access to Wendy's money, and he didn't shy away from spending heavily on Sharina. But all that has changed now because Kevin has gone broke. And according to Sharina, it's all Wendy's fault. Do you remember when Wendy had this to say in an interview?
I'm not a selfish mom, and I'm a very plotative individual. I will plot on you. That's right. And that's why I'm going into season 11. And he's changing Pampers.
Well, Sharina is convinced that Kevin's downfall was not a coincidence because Wendy was behind it the entire time. Kevin actually hinted at this initially in an interview where he claimed that Wendy got him fired from the show. He said, "When the news was out, I told her I would step down from the show, and Wendy told me I need to stay because I was having a kid. I stayed only to later be lined up. I got fired from management, served divorce papers, and also fired from the show all on the same day." While some people may think that this is just a coincidence, Sharina believes that it was all a part of Wendy's plan to break Kevin and humiliate him. She believes that Wendy was being unnecessarily petty by serving Kevin 3 hard blows in one day. But then all was fine for a couple of years because Kevin managed to get Wendy to pay him alimony, and this meant that Kevin and Sharina could continue to live a great life after he left Wendy. While she and Kevin got mocked online for living off Wendy, sources close to Sharina revealed that she didn't see it that way because Kevin was only getting his dues because he was the brain behind Wendy's success and fame. She preferred to think of it as Kevin getting a kind of pension, so she didn't mind that Wendy was pretty much funding their lifestyles. But things changed February 2022 when the alimony payments stopped coming in. Neither Sharina nor Kevin had substantial money saved up. Their bills and debt kept piling up for months until Kevin finally spoke up saying, "Wendy was in rehab and these people just stopped depositing my money cold turkey. Now I'm demanding to see all the bank records from time of divorce until now, and that will show what is really going on. These people have tried to starve me out. At the end of the day, I earned that money and I'm not letting them take it." He continued, "I will only say for now that it breaks my heart to see what is happening to her. I know she is not in a good place and she's just surrounded by people who are taking advantage of her condition, including this so-called guardianship." An insider claims that Sharina believes that Wendy might have secretly given the order for the alimony payments to stop because she no longer wanted to honor their agreement and pay Kevin his money because she was plotting to ruin him. But when their lawyers pointed out a clause in the agreement, Sharina knew for a fact that Wendy had set out to ruin Kevin from the very start. The clause said, "If for any reason plaintiff's contract, plaintiff being Wendy, with Talk WW is not renewed and or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and plaintiff does not have any other television show being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, defendant aka Kevin understands and agrees that all severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification." This was when Sharina thought she knew for a fact that Wendy had set out to ruin Kevin's life from the very start as revenge. The fact that she had included this clause in the beginning made it clear that she had sinister plans. Allegedly, Kevin got so desperate for money that he finally came out to admit that he had gone broke. He said, "I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that bill. If the homeowners association fees are not paid, foreclosure will soon follow. My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments." He continued, "I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been gratefully affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely emergent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living." Sharina was convinced that this was going to change Wendy's mind, especially since Kevin also mentioned that he needed to get hip surgery but couldn't afford it. But she was shocked when Wendy still didn't say anything or offer to help him out in any way, and at this point, she knew that Wendy was out to destroy them completely. She then threw shade at Wendy on Instagram saying, "Happy and healthy is all I'm on on right now. The clickbait is real. I guess they need the storyline to continue for a podcast. But she and Kevin then decide to take Wendy to court to try and force her to pay them. But they were in for a disappointment because the case was dismissed by the judge. The judge found that Kevin's request was not emergent and ordered his application to be dismissed without prejudice. The judge also denied Kevin's request for attorney fees to be paid by Wendy. Sources claim that Sharina finds it crazy that Wendy would let them suffer even though she has the means to help. She believes that Wendy should do the right thing and help them out because her daughter is Wendy's son's sister, and she doesn't deserve to suffer just because Wendy is hell-bent on it. Well, she got clowned online for claiming that Wendy ruined Kevin. People said, some people really have some nerve in this world. Colossal gall. Shauna is awful. Hopefully, she will never get another dime from Wendy's hard work and name. As a woman, I would be totally embarrassed to call Kelvin my man. Things we do in life have consequences. You made your bed, now lay in it. I'm not understanding why she thinks Kevin isn't gonna be the bum that he is. Look, Sharina, y'all gonna be standing in the same food stamp line. And Sharina should just keep quiet. Don't bring no more attention to yourself. It's already a mess. You're sleeping with and had a baby by someone else's husband. Jeez, the ghetto of it all. If Sharina thought she could get people on her side with these claims, she was in for a shocker because nobody is on her side here. Instead, she just ended up embarrassing herself more and making an already messy situation even messier. But speaking of messy situations, check out this next video.